watch. Animal Show. Brought to you by the Pure Stupidity Squad, the Beast Warriors, and BCW.
Alrighty, Beast Warriors. I wanted to do a movie review on Fighting With My Family. I'm sorry I didn't post a movie review on this yet, but I'm going to get into it right now. Basically, Fighting With My Family was actually a pretty good movie. There were some rights and wrongs in this movie. Let me start off with the wrongs they got in this movie. First of all, at the end of the movie, when it was the AJ Lee versus Paige match, what I noticed is that why wasn't there anyone in this movie that played the role of Tamina Snuka during that scene in the movie when Paige was going for the Divas title against AJ Lee, who was played by Zelina Vega? I don't get why they didn't find someone to play the role of Tamina Snuka, because I remember watching when it was AJ Lee versus Paige for the Divas Championship on the Raw after Mania. I remember AJ Lee, she had Tamina Snuka at ringside with her. So I don't understand why in this movie they did not have someone play the role of Tamina Snuka to actually be at ringside along with Zelina Vega, known as AJ Lee, in the movie. I just don't understand that whatsoever. Basically, it seems like during the scenes of WrestleMania, they've gotten some of that stuff wrong, and then the Raw after Mania in the movie, whatever the hell it was, it's like, come on, man, is that? I know that they could have done a little bit better during that scene, to be honest. Basically, it really didn't. It really that scene did not make sense whatsoever. Basically, that was like some of the parts in the movie I didn't understand. And basically, another thing they got wrong is that Paige was the NXT Women's Champion when she won the Divas title on her debut match. So why the hell didn't they show the scene in the movie when Paige became NXT Women's Champion, and then she has the NXT Women's title around her waist when she goes on to face AJ Lee? Why didn't they show that in the movie? I don't understand that. How that Paige didn't have the NXT Women's title around her waist in this movie. That was another scene. That scene didn't make sense either. Along with the Zelina Vega not having someone be at ringside with her playing a role for Tamina Snuka. I don't know who they could have went out there to find to play a role for Tamina Snuka, or maybe Tamina Snuka herself could have played that role. Basically, but I don't know what that logic of that particular scene in the movie was. I don't understand that whatsoever. That's the bad that I'm going to claim that I did not like about in this movie, was that scene particularly. Because they got that scene wrong. They got it wrong. Because Paige was supposed to come out with the NXT Women's title around her waist. And then AJ Lee was supposed to have somebody with her at ringside in this movie. So, in my perspective, Zelina Vega did not really look like AJ Lee that much. And AJ Lee was not even wearing her attire that she was wearing when they had Paige versus AJ Lee in 2014 on the Raw after Mania. How come AJ Lee wasn't wearing her exact attire that she was wearing? And why wasn't Paige wearing her exact attire too that she debuted it with in 2014 in this movie? I don't understand that. That did not make sense whatsoever. They got the Titantron right. They got the theme song right. But the other stuff that I was mentioning to you guys, they did not get that right in this movie. They did not. But overall, it was pretty funny and pretty good. and it was about Paige's life, like how she started off, like her and her brother had their own wrestling school basically. They did like shows there and all that, and then she gets picked to go to WWE over her brother. It's like that's what it was basically about, showing what she had to do to actually build up to get that moment that she got on the Raw after Mania. It's basically what this movie was about. But yeah, I actually did think this movie was good. If I was to rate this 10 out of 10, I would rate this a 7 out of 10 due to some of the scenes in the movie that they got wrong when it came to Paige and AJ Lee, basically. So that's why I'm giving this movie a 7 out of 10 in my perspective. Some people may give it an 8 out of 10, a 9 out of 10, a 6 out of 10, but I'm giving it a 7 in my perspective. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this review. And this was a great movie. It was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. But, yeah. Too sweet.